Hello, in this short video I will show you how to download and install dragnstore. I will also show you how to perform a backup and restore. If you open up your internet browser, here I'm using Firefox, and go to dragnstore.com and then go to Windows PC. Towards the bottom of the screen you should have the option to save the file. After downloading this file you can then double click it to install it. I will show you how to do the same using Internet Explorer. Again, if you go to dragnstore.com, select Windows PC, here I will select Run. After it's performed its security scan, you can then select Actions and then Run Anyway and then Yes, and that will start the installation. Here I will click Next. On the next screen I'll select Everybody and then Next and then Next, and this will run through the installation. If I click Close and then double click dragnstore, okay, if I click on the cross at the top, you'll find that it closes dragnstore, but dragnstore is always running in your taskbar at the bottom. Here if I double click it, it maximizes and minimizes dragnstore. You can select create an account to create a dragnstore account if you don't have one. I happen to have an account already set up, so I will log in with that. And then select Remember Me Next Time and then log in. Okay, so the first time you run dragnstore you have the option to choose the locations on your computer you would prefer to back up. If you select the first button, this has a set of 4 default folders for a person that may not necessarily know or care what is backed up. They just want everything backed up on their machine. But if you want to specify exactly what you'd like to back up, if you select back, so here choose files and folders, if you select back at the top, choose files and folders. If you go to add folder, I can then choose where on my computer I'd like to back up. So if I go here to my pictures and then Mark and Susan's wedding and then click OK and then next. On this next screen you have the option of setting a schedule. For the sake of brevity I will leave the default options and then select save. I then have this pop-up box saying that you've never run a backup, would you like to run one now? I will say yes. Okay, now the backup has started and I can view the individual files being backed up. I also have an estimate as to how long this backup will take, and I know the amount of files that have been backed up. At the moment only 1 out of the 8 files has been backed up, and I will just let that complete. Okay, now the backup is completed. What does that mean? That means that your data is now safely and securely stored at the dragnstore servers. If you select Restore, here you will find that there are some backups. There's one that I did earlier before I started the demo just to prove it works, but the one that we have just run is available here. If I then go to my computer and then pictures, and if I go to my pictures, here you have the folder I backed up, which is Mark and Susan's wedding. If I just select that and delete it, okay, so that's now gone to my recycle bin. If I go back into the application, select that backup and then hit begin restore, and move that slightly to the left, you will find that the images that I saved to the servers are restored onto this machine. This means no matter what happens to your computer, you can always safely and securely restore your data, and it's always safe at the dragnstore servers. I will just run through some of the other options. If you select settings and information at the bottom, if you go to account details, here you can view all the information to do with your account. If I select back, schedule backup, again you can change what time your scheduled backups run. We recommend you run a backup at least once a week. If you go back and then choose backup locations, again if you want to add different files or folders or change different locations, you can do that here. And if you select history, this has information pertaining to whether your backups or restores were actually successful. Thank you for your time.